good experienced kids who can show you a few things as well. So have you enjoyed that aspect of it, actually having to think properly through your fights?
Yeah, 1,000,000%. I think that's going to put me in good stead for the future. Like on my debut, boxed that good kid, then he had two very experienced fighters, and I think on Saturday I've got a little bit of a step up. He's had a few wins this year, boxed at a bit of a higher weight and that, so I'm looking forward to what I've been working on with Pat day in, day out, looking forward to showing it on Saturday night.
And it's the last show before Christmas for these fighters, so some of these away corner fighters do come in and think, you know what, I'm having a go before Christmas.
Well, that's what I want, because we've been working on certain things, not going to say obviously, but I believe I'm going to show that on Saturday night. But if he is having a go, which he will do, because he's had some good wins this year and a good stoppage, so I hope he does that on Saturday night, because it'll bring out the best of me.
And you've got good supporters as well, really good supporters. They feel like you're getting more each fight. You've always bring like a good little army with you as well. Yeah. So are you enjoying that side of things, just having like people that are there for you, supporting you, like?
Yeah, it's good, thanks to what, obviously my mum and Dixie and that have come today, but everyone that's bought a ticket, and the support's growing each fight. You know, I'm building a good fan base, and it's only going to continue to grow, so thanks to everyone that's bought a ticket and tuning in on Saturday night.
Still not got a nickname yet, boxing nickname?
No.
We need to get him a boxing nickname.
Pat's trying to say Gorgeous George and that, but...
Gorgeous George, what do you reckon, Pat? Gorgeous George? Not very scary, is it? Gorgeous. We've got the problem here, we've got the demolition man, we've got Gorgeous George.
It's a good job I can fight, innit?
Yeah, it's a good job you can fight, yeah. Well, we'll think about it. Gorgeous George is on the table, but, you know, I reckon we should go for something a bit meaner, but... Yeah, here he is, though. Gorgeous George. He's going really good. He's very active, working well with Pat.
Yeah.
Anything you want to say just to put on a final note?
Well, thanks to Pat for putting on this show. He's come a long way in 10 years as a promoter. You know, it's not been easy for him, and he's still going and look at this show. It's packed full of talent, 2 title fights. It's a great card. So thanks to Pat, thanks to everyone that's put the show together, and let's have a good night on Saturday.
Absolutely. Thanks, George. Good to see you, mate. Yes. See you Saturday.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, Jack's already up. Jack's already up. The Demolition Man is up. The main event for Saturday night is Jack Rafferty, the Demolition Man, against Lee Appleyard. It's a good fight. It's for the full Commonwealth title. And let's just talk about your last performance, by the way, the Ben Fields fight.
Yeah.
What a fight that was. And I think you showed your emotion, how emotional you were afterwards, and how much it meant to you.
Yeah, definitely. It's always a grueling camp. I believe that's the best Ben Fields what he's done. It was a tough 9 rounds. Coming back off an injury, supposed to be fighting for the IBF International, breaking my foot, then coming back winning my first title. Yeah, it gets emotional. I work hard in the gym, so yeah.
You work very hard in the gym. All the fighters at the Finest, every time I've seen them, you're conditioned to, you know, spot on. So do you think that's going to be a factor in this fight? Because obviously Lee is an experienced fighter, he's a good fighter himself, and he's been there at the championship rounds. So do you think that conditioning is going to really come to play?
Yeah, definitely. He's been there and done that. You know, he's fought some of the top kids in the 140 division. So I'm on my game. I believe Lee will be on his, and I think it'll make a cracking fight.
Obviously, Lee has had some defeats on his record, but they've all been against very good kids. You know, kids that prospects that you may even want to fight in the future, the likes of Dalton Smith, very high caliber fighters. But you know, he has had that experience, come through fight. He's been in wars, he's been in technical boxing matches, he's seen a lot of styles. So would you say this is probably going to be your trickiest fight in terms of experience levels?
Yes, it must be on paper. It must be my toughest fight. And I'm going to rise to the occasion. You know, there's a lot on the line. Commonwealth title might be one step closer, might be the British title next. Who knows? You know, there's a lot on the line now, and there'll be a lot of line on after the title be won. So he'll want to win that as well.
You know, obviously he's not here today, which is a shame, because it would have been great to see you both together. But I'm assuming he may be looking at this as like a last chance saloon type of fight. It's a big title against a good up and coming fighter. So you know, there's a lot of incentives for him to take the O of the guy that's being hyped up, and you know, so he could be a real dangerous Lee Appleyard on Saturday.
Yeah, definitely. It might be his last push. He might put everything in it. Like I said, there's a lot on the line. He want that Commonwealth. He want to go out with a bang. You know, his winner stays on in it. You know, he may defend it like one step closer to the British. So yeah, I think will be a very good Lee Appleyard. So I've got to be on my game, and I will be.
It's been like the early part of your career, you was at times getting a little bit frustrated, you wanted to push on. It feels like in the last few fights that is starting to happen now. It is starting to happen, and obviously you've linked up with GSW, you've got a quality trainer and Steve Mailer, and you can get on these shows as well, the Black Flash show as a headline act. So it feels like it's starting to fall into place a bit more for you now.
Yeah, it's all coming together now. Rightly so. I've worked hard. I've had plenty of fights. Won me first title last time out. Second title coming up on the 16th of December. And big fights will only be after this, so I've got to be ready. And I'm want to on that title train. I'll be staying on it.
You're on the title train. You're the Commonwealth Silver Belt title holder. This is obviously for the full Commonwealth title, so you're emotional for the Silver Belt. What's it going to be like, you know, if everything goes to plan on Saturday, what's it going to be like for you to have that Commonwealth title, which is such a respected title in the game?
Yeah, when it goes to plan, it will be. I've worked hard. All the lads do in the gym, as always, you know, under Steve Mailer. It's going to be a proud moment for me, my family. Steve, it's, you know, it's a prestigious title, so I'm ready to win it.
You've mentioned, obviously not going too far into the future, but you've mentioned that potentially that British title is the one that you want next. It makes sense. So, you know, from now on in, it's just going to be tough fights the whole way through. Are you ready for that sort of change in trajectory in your career?
Yeah, definitely. I'm ready for that British title. I'm chasing it. So I will be ready. Want to win this title. I've got a lot of pulling power. Hopefully, if it's not the British, you know, I'll be defending the Commonwealth against a good kid. I'm not looking at that yet. I'm looking at beating Lee Appleyard. But yeah, what's after this title? It will be big.
Okay, is this fight going the distance?
No chance.
Not going the distance? No?
No.
Okay, there we go. So it's Jack Rafferty here. The Demolition Man says the fight is not going the distance. He's the headliner. On Saturday night, he's fighting Lee Appleyard for the Commonwealth title. It's a scheduled 12-round distance, and it's going to be... I just got a feeling it's going to be really good, a really exciting fight. Anything you want to say on the final note?
Yeah, thank you for the Black Flash, Pat, GSW, for getting me out and keeping me busy all year round.
Top man, Jack. Looking forward to the fight. Take care, mate. So that was our headline act for Saturday night. Now have younger brother, Tom Rafferty, here, but an equally impressive moustache.
Thank you, Aki.
And
I'm trying.
It's good to see you, and going from strength to strength. Every fight, it looks like you've been getting more vicious and more vicious.
Yeah, been working hard in camp. I've had a great year with Steve and learning off, you know, the boys in the gym, especially Zach. You know, he fought for the British. But yeah, it's coming on. Each camp I've been getting better and better. So I just got to crack on from here now and then, you know, work my way up to titles.
I mean, you used to be known as like more of an upright sort of boxer, a boxer type of... You're now known as a boxer puncher in your own right because you've been putting on some good displays and the punch power is really coming through now. So it's almost like your style's changing as well, like you're moving into a different style where actually you're someone who people should be scared of in that sense.
Yeah, just sort of working on a lot of things. I mean, you know, you just box to the game plan and box to what Steve says, and then the stoppage comes. You know, when you don't proper go hell for leather and look for it and just box right, correct, and then, you know, it just seems to fall into place. So yeah, just listening in the gym, got a top coach, top team, and just keep my head down, keep working hard.
Yeah, one of the things I always notice about your gym and the way it's the sort of bond you have between each other. You go everywhere. It's like you're always, you know when to work, you know when to have a laugh, you know when to let your hair down. And, you know, does that actually help you on the training side of things, having that unique kind of bond? Because it's quite a unique bond, I feel like, in your gym.
Cheers, Jack. Yeah, it's brilliant. We have a laugh, but I'm like all best mates, like one big family. But at the end of the day, we get down and we work hard. You know, yeah, you know, we all have a lot of respect for Steve. We trust him 100% with our career, and then we just work hard and listen, and, you know, you just get somewhere.
Well, what are those sessions like with Steve? Because every time I've watched him, very analytical. You listen to the technical advice. It's very technical. I know you drill things, not going into too much detail, but you drill certain things quite a lot. So, you know, you almost have to really be on your game, switched on just in training, don't you, to take all that in? Yeah,
100%. Alongside, you know, the hard work that you've got to do in camp, it's tough, and then, you know, I'm just getting used to it more and more now. You just get better with it, and yeah, a couple of the camps just blew my mind away, you know, like with the hard work and taking everything on. But yeah, just listening, working hard, keeping my head down and keeping dedicated, and then you just get somewhere.
Top man. Well, the Rafferty brothers, you'll see them both in action. Tom will be on slightly earlier in the card. Make sure you tune in from 6, though, to watch all the fights on Black Flash YouTube channel. Tom, anything you want to say?
Just massive thank you to Pat for putting on a great show. Thanks to the team for another great camp. You know, I've been lucky to do it alongside our Jack as well, so pushing each other. So yeah, just want to end a good year with another good win, and then see what next year brings. But enjoy Christmas first.
Top man. Always good to speak to you, Tom.
Thank you very much.
See you Saturday. Okay, Niall Brown coming up here next. Niall Brown, here we go. Take a seat, my man. Good to see you.
Thank you.
Got to talk about this tracksuit first. He's got his name on there now. You see, he's going up in the world. So, mate, clearly a very talented fighter. You know, you've been on the Channel 5 platform as well, and you're back out again. You've been out you've had a little bit of time off. Just, do you want to explain this to us?
Yeah. So, beginning of the year, I fought in March. That Channel 5 show, what you're talking about, and I picked up an injury, and I fought again in May with the same injury. So, went and got it checked out, and it turned out I tore my tendon in my hand. So, I've had an operation and just had a bit of time out.
Okay, yeah. So back now, firing on all cylinders. Are you glad you got it sorted now, then? I suppose, rather than let it linger on.
Yeah, definitely. Like, that's what the doctor said. He said, you either get it done now or it just keeps recurring. So I got it out of the way, got my rest out of the way, and then I'm ready to push on.
Yeah, got it out of the way while you're still young, obviously. So back out again. Again, another one. I said this to George earlier as well. Not been matched easy. I always had challenges. Always had people that had come to fight like that. The one on Channel 5, but with Bador, a guy that comes to fight. So that again must have brought you on along.
Yeah, definitely. Because you've got to step up as soon as your opponent steps up. You've got to step up. But I feel like I'm above that anyway. Not being arrogant, but like where I want to go, I'm going to need to beat these guys. So yeah, it's all good.
Yeah, you've always sparred with like Lyndon, Zofa, you know, fighters that are fighting. Well, look at Lyndon's next fight. You know, he's fighting one of the best on the planet. So you've mixed in those spheres, haven't you? Where you've had to really challenge yourself, because if you switch off for a split second in those sparring games, you'll get tagged, and then they'll all take the mick out of you, basically. So you've all got to be switched on, haven't you?
Yeah, definitely. I've been there, like you said, when you switch off for a split second and you think, what have I just been it with then? But it's all part of it. You've got to stay switched on and keep learning. What's
your favourite thing so far, then, about what you've been doing? What's your favourite thing about the journey in the pro ranks?
Everything, really. You learn from everything. Obviously, the training, that's what I love to do. But also outside the ring, how you conduct yourself, eating right, the lifestyle, everything to do with it.
There you go. He's a media dream, like thinking about how he conducts himself, etc. Like that. But that's important, isn't it, nowadays? You know, because the media spotlight's on you, and there's cameras everywhere, isn't there?
Yeah, definitely. You've got to watch what you're doing.
And you're quite high up on the BBTV punch bag list as well. You know, you're in the top 5, so you obviously can bang. And he kicked it as well, didn't he? He actually kicked it. He did a kick on it as well. So, are you missing the kickboxing, or are you glad that you're just full boxing now?
No, I'm glad with I'm happy with my decision. I feel like with the decision I made, I feel like I can provide for myself and my family. Getting on these shows eventually, these big shows. Obviously, that's not possible without these shows, small hall shows where you've got to do certain things fight by fight. You've got to learn your craft. But yeah, decision-wise, I feel like I made the right decision.
Okay, top man. Well, good to speak to you. Make sure you catch Niall Brown out on Saturday on the show, starting at 6 p.m. on Black Flash Promotions. Do you want to say anything, Niall?
Yeah, just a massive thank you to Pat, Black Flash Promotions, Hayley, everyone that's working hard to get these shows on for us. Understand it's not hard work, probably trying to manage 12 lads, sort their opponents and whatnot, and also my sponsors. I feel like without sponsorship in boxing, it's pretty much impossible, because you've got to work, you've got to train. You're not going to be the best you can be if you're working all the time. So a massive thank you to my sponsors for freeing up my time to train.
Okay, there you go. Thank you very much, Niall. Good to speak to you, mate. Take care. Who's up next? Oh, Riz, right.
Yes.
Riz Adlewicki, good to see you, mate. Take a seat. Good to see you. I haven't spoke to you for a while. So, yeah, I popped down to see Pat for something the other week, and then you were there.
Yes.
Training. So tell us about this then. You're now training at Colliers and Moston.
Yeah, so just before I actually answer that question, I just want to thank Mr. Patrick Barrett. What people see is the spotlight, but what you don't see is what we do every single day, the amount of hours that Pat actually puts into us every single day. You don't see that, and you know, I've been in boxing a long, long time, and I've acquired a lot of knowledge, a lot of like boxing IQ, but I struggle executing it, and I've fallen into habits and patterns, for example, where Pat finds ways for me to sort of extract that from myself, and yeah, I feel like I'm improving every single day, and that's what nobody sees. But come fight night, you're going to see a totally different Riz, something that's inside, and I've just been struggling to extract.
And Pat's helped you bring that out of yourself.
Yes, I can't explain the amount of work that's gone in behind closed doors, but you're going to see it come fight night.
Okay, well, yeah, like I say, first fight in the corner with Pat and the Colliers, under the Colliers banner. Second fight, sorry, under the Colliers banner. So, you know, do you feel like you've actually been able to fit into that rhythm yet, that style of training very well?
Yeah, so like I said, I've acquired a lot of knowledge throughout the years, but I've never, I shouldn't say never, I've struggled to consistently show what I'm capable of doing. It's just old habits, it's sort of things, patterns you fall into. Pat has this amazing ability of having a really precise eye on you constantly, and he draws it out of me where I can show consistently what I'm capable of. It's not there yet, we will get there, but it's heaven and earth difference to what it was when I first came to Pat, so I'd really like to thank him for that.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. And what can we expect from you from Saturday then?
Well, if Edgar's watching, because I've had a last-second change of opponent, I'll throw a jab, I'll throw a cross and a left hook, and the rest you'll see on fight night.
Okay, so you've had a change, yeah. So that's the thing, but he's managed to keep everything all together, keep the fight on. So yeah, it must be a bit awkward sometimes when you have a last-minute change, though.
Yeah, I mean, I had Bador's face in my head. You know, every single time I was shadow boxing, I was working the bags. I wanted to avenge that controversial draw that they gave us. And I was so ready for that. Obviously, he's picked up an injury, nothing you can do. But this opponent that stepped in at the last minute, he's just had a really good win against the prospect last Saturday. So I'm really thankful he's stepped in. But he's fit, he's coming to win. So that's exactly what I need, and I'm ready for it.
Yeah, it sounds like it's really good. And I actually would love to see that rematch with you and Bador. It was a great fight. I was there for it in Oldham. A great fight. And he's always ready to fight. And so are you. So, yeah, maybe in the future that would get that rematch back on.
ASAP. On Sunday, the day after. No problem.
Okay, there we go. So, Riz, great to speak to you, mate. Great to speak to you. We'll see you on Saturday. Top man.
Thank you very much.
Good to see you. Okay, Rio. Good to see you. Rio Pierre. So, great to see you on this show, mate. So, it's been a while. Obviously, the last show was in Bolton, right? Bolton.
Yeah.
We know what happened there, but you're coming back with a vengeance.
Yeah. This fight, I'm just going to leave everything in the ring. You know, I'm mentally better than last time when I fought. You know, I'm physically better. You know, I've been in camp for ages, so I've been working on a lot of things, getting good sparring in. So, yeah, can't wait to fight on Saturday.
Feels like it's been a while. So have you been away working on things specifically with Wayne and everything like that in the meantime?
Yeah. I've watched me fight over loads of times. I know what I did wrong. So this camp, we just broke everything down. Been working on loads of things, and I can't wait to show them on Saturday.
So obviously from Liverpool, Manchester, you're willing to travel, willing to fight. That's a good sign. You fought in Bolton, so that obviously shows that you're committed as well to the cause.
Yeah. I'll fight whatever. You know, people from Liverpool are following me all over the place. So yeah, it's good, and I can get a few people down, which is even better. You know, makes me less stressful come fight week because I can get my tickets out the way. I don't have to stress about them. People are following me. You know, they know I'm an exciting fighter from Liverpool. So coming up from where I'm from, Tochterford as well, people are following me around, and yeah, I can't wait to start getting on the big shows in the future.
Absolutely. Obviously, the fight before, we won't dwell on it, but it was probably a surprise to a lot of people. Surprise to you, surprise to us, surprise to a lot of people. But have you sort of managed to put that fully behind you now and going forward?
Yeah, it's fully behind me now. You know, it took me a long time to get over it. You know, I did try to get, you know, I was meant to be fighting in May when Marcel won the Commonwealth. and I didn't end up fighting on it. I just mentally weren't there, so I had to pull out of that. But coming into this one now, I'm mentally better. I forgot about that fight. You know, that's in the past now. So yeah, can't wait to fight, as I said again.
Top man, have you got a few from Liverpool coming to the show?
Yeah, I've got a few people coming. We've got a coach sorted because I got that many people asking me for tickets to come down. So yeah, it's even better. But hopefully in Liverpool next year, be in Liverpool. Get us, because I was meant to fight in Liverpool for my debut, but they get cancelled. But you know, fighting in Manchester is not that bad. Even when it was in Bolton, it weren't too bad. But I don't mind. I'll fight anywhere, wherever in the country. I'll fight.
There you go. He said he'll fight anywhere. He's from Liverpool, bringing a few down. Don't miss the coach if you're on that coach. And Rio, it would be great to see you back in their second professional fight. It's been a while, but I know that you're going to be back with a bang.
Yeah, nice one. I just want to say nice one to Pat as well for getting me on this show. And big shout out to Safi. He can't make it today, but we've been putting each other through hell this camp, sparring, you know, doing everything together. So me and Safi, who else is fighting on the show, we're going to put on a good performance. And shout out to Wayne as well, our coach. Put us through hell on these last few weeks. But yeah, it's going to be worth it on Saturday.
Yeah, all worth it. The hard work pays off. Top man, Rio, good to see you, mate. See you Saturday. Lewis coming up next. Lewis Wood coming up next. Our co-main feature on Saturday night, Central Area title fight. And this is a good fight. As soon as I saw this fight, I was like, this is a good fight, fighting John Edo from Liverpool. And I understand, big respect to both of you, I understand it took that quick to get made, this fight.
Yeah, you know, obviously Pat rang me and just said, how would you like to fight for the Central Area? Named an opponent, so couldn't really refuse it and jumped at it, really, yeah. It was a big opportunity, and I'm ready to go and take that title on Saturday night.
Yeah, it's kind of come out of nowhere a little bit. Were you sort of surprised, or was it just sort of all part of the plan?
A little bit surprised, to be honest, because the goal was maybe next year going for it. But then obviously when Pat rang me and asked me, you know, so let's go, can't really refuse an opportunity like that.
John Edo, I think he's an unbeaten fighter. He's from Liverpool. He's been on the Black Flash show in the past. He's a good fighter. You know, style-wise, this looks like it could really gel into a good fight. Are you looking forward to it? It's going to be a challenge. You're looking forward to it?
Yeah, 100%. Obviously, I'm expecting the best version of him because it's a title fight. He's from Liverpool, so he's going to bring it. But I think it'll bring the best out in me, and I'm pretty confident that, you know, I'm going to bring that belt back 100%.
Yeah, this is a fight which everybody I've spoken about think it's going to be an exciting fight. Do you actually see it going like that? Do you think it's going to be technical? Do you think it's going to be more of a close quarters fight? How do you see it going?
It's definitely going to be exciting. At some point, it's going to catch fire, you know, but we'll just have to see on the night. But it's definitely going to be some fireworks at some point.
You know, over the years, I've seen so many Central Area and English title fights. At that level, they never disappoint. They're always good fights. I remember even on the Black Flash show, Matty Ryan and Sonny Upton, you know, that sort of thing. They never, ever fail. So, again, this could be the fight that sort of changes the trajectory of your career, really.
100%. It's a massive opportunity for me, and, you know, get through this one. It opens a lot of doors for me next year. And obviously, when you turn professional, these are the nights what, you know, you're aiming for. So, yeah, I can't wait.
Have you stepped up a bit in camp then for this? Obviously, being
100%. So I've been sparring more rounds. I've always, since I turned professional, we've been getting us ready for these sort of fights. You know, even though we was doing 4 rounds and 6 rounds, we've always trained for doing the later rounds. So apart from my training, I've not really tweaked much, but the sparring, and we've upped the rounds on the sparring. But yeah, I feel like it's all coming together, and yeah, I'm ready.
Good opponent in front of you, John Edo. What do you make of him as a fighter?
I've not seen loads of him. I've seen 1 or 2 fights. I mean, it's hard to take. You know, he looks like a game kid who comes to fight, but, you know, I'm expecting him to be better than what I've seen of him. You know, but yeah, he's going to bring it, no doubt about it, because there's a title on the line, so...
And you're going to be bringing it as well?
100%, yeah.
So if they're both bringing it, you know that this is going to be a good fight. And I've just got a feeling, the second I saw this fight announced, I knew it was going to be a good fight. Central Area title, big opportunity for you, Lewis. Big opportunity for John. I wish you both the very, very best of luck in this fight.
Thank you.
Anything you want to say just on the final?
Yeah, I just want to say massive thank you to Pat for getting me this opportunity and everything he's done for me. Everyone from Black Flash Promotions and all the fans who are coming out to support me, especially a week before Christmas. You know, so yeah, thank you to everyone. See you all Saturday night.
Top man, looking forward to seeing the Salford Army Saturday. Take care. Cheers. Lewis in our co-main event. So if you want to tune in to watch that fight between Lewis and John, trust me, it's going to be a cracker, that fight. That is our co-main feature. Mr. Artom Kasparian coming on now. I always think I pronounced your surname wrong. Is that right? Kasparian. Kasparian, yeah, I always get it right. Yeah, okay, good. It's great to see you, Artom. The tank is in the house. They call him the tank, and he is a tank. So, another outing, you know, keeping out nice and regular, keeping those tools sharp.
Yeah, it's great, man. This year was great for me because you know, this is my 6th fight this year, so it's very good to stay active. So yeah, I'm very happy, man. This year is great. It's supposed actually one of the fights were cancelled. So if all the fights that went on, then this would be the it's the 7th fight of the year. So that's great. It's great to have that many fights. You know, normally like in the amateurs we fought like 25 till 30 fights a year. So and then when I turned pro, and some years I fought like once or 2 times a year, you know. So yeah, I'm very happy with Black Flash Promotions, with Pat Barrett helping me out and putting me on his show. Yeah, that's great to stay active, to stay busy, fight a lot, because, you know, we train hard for this, and if we stay at home and we don't get any fights, yeah, that's not why we are training this hard for, you know. And I stay busy all the year. Me and my coach Zach, we train like the whole year. We don't do vacations and stuff. We are always training. So, you know, if you have like one fight a year and you're training for the whole year, it gets a little bit frustrating, you know. But you know, we keep believing in ourselves. We keep believing in the journey. So we just keep working. We keep trusting God, and you know, even though we have both different religions, but we both trust in God that this is our path, and we have to keep going, and eventually, you know, we will see the light at the end of the tunnel. So yeah.
And one thing I've speaking to you just then is that you're willing to travel for fights as well. You're willing to go anywhere. So, you know, Pat's got a good one there, because Pat, obviously, as your manager, you know, you guys could end up around the world fighting, especially from where you're from as well. You're an international fighter. So would you relish fighting abroad as well, internationally?
Of course. You know, in the amateurs, when I was in the national team of the Netherlands, we traveled all over the world and we fought everywhere. So I have seen a lot of places and a lot of villages that, you know, you wouldn't want to get found dead, you know, over there. So yeah, I have traveled a lot. I have fought everyone, like all different nationalities. So I really don't care, as long as it's good for me and for the team, and as long as my team believes in it, and then I believe in it too. And with God's will, everything will happen. Everything will be good and as planned, and we will go and just fight and give everything we have, you know. And yeah, I believe in it.
There you go. It's always great to have you as an addition onto the Black Flash shows because of your style, the way you fight. Make sure you tune in to watch the Tank on Saturday, because he's an all-action fighter. Is there anything you want to say?
Yeah, I want to thank Pat Barrett again for helping me, for managing me, and to put me on his shows every time again, and doing all this work, because, you know, all my fights here in Britain were always, you know, some problems with paperwork or all other stuff, you know. But we are lucky that I'm lucky that I have a manager who takes care of this business, and you know, I can keep focus and focus on my fight, and you know, train hard, work hard, and you know, Pat, he makes sure that everything will be good and smooth. So thanks, Pat.
Well said. They'll see you Saturday. Looking forward to the fight.
Thank
Take
you.
care.
Thank
Take
you,
care.
too.
Cheers. You're getting a lot of shout-outs here, Pat. Getting a lot of shout-outs. Must be nice. Last but certainly not least, this is I think it's the first time we've met. So do you want to introduce yourself for Black Flash viewers and also BBTV viewers?
I'm Carl Davies, so I usually box in Stoke, or have done at the start of my career, but I boxed in Bolton last time and now Manchester, so I'm just trying to vouch out, and with Pat giving me this opportunity, it's just another platform to show what I've got to everyone.
Well, the show's not clashing with any much of the boxing, so I think there'll be a lot of eyes on it.
Yeah.
And if people are watching now, I recognise the accent straight away because Nathan Heaney's just fought, hasn't he?
Yeah.
So he's put Stoke on the map, hasn't he?
Yeah, definitely. And then I just want to be the next one out of Stoke, really. I feel like it's more of an opportunity, coming somewhere like Manchester, and like you said, there's more eyes on me, and it's just what I've been waiting for a bit more recognition.
So how did you sort of get together with Pat? How did this work out?
Well, I actually went down Pat's gym before I'd even boxed, so I'd already know Pat from then, and then I've sparred Lyndon quite a bit, so it just worked out that I needed a date, and there was a space on this show, and thanks enough that Pat got me on it.
Yeah, well, it's great. It's always great to see the new faces on the show, and a lot of them, once they start on the shows, they come back and they fight again because they're good cards to be on. What's your style like as a fighter?
You'll have to find out. I'm exciting, skillful. I can box, punch. I feel like I can do it all, really. Whatever I need to do on the night is what I'm going to do.
Yeah. So obviously from Stoke. We talked about the fact that Nathan Heaney's doing well from Stoke. He's planning on having a big show in Stoke at some point as well. Is that the sort of thing that you'll be looking to get on then as well?
Oh yeah, I'd love to get on that. I've had this will be my 4th this year, so I've really got the ball rolling. So hopefully I'll be in a position to be looked at to hopefully being on that card. And then if not, I'm sure the big cards will come, This is already the biggest card I've boxed on, so I'm already progressing just in this 1 year.
No, it's great, and it also shows the importance of having someone like Pat who would give people from out of the area opportunities, because sometimes you get people and they look after their own first, which is, I understand that as well, which is fair, but Pat gives people from other areas opportunities to fight on the show.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm sure he's got a lot of boxers who could have been on the show as well, and I'm just thankful that I've got a place, and yeah, like you said, he's looking after me like one of his own, and I'm thankful for that.
Well, it's a 12-fight card, so there's a lot of fights on there, so make sure you don't warm up too early.
No.
But yeah, so I mean, great to meet new faces. Kyle's a new face. You're going to be on the channel. And great, looking forward to seeing you out there. Do you want to say anything to the people from Stoke?
Yeah. Thank you for everyone tuning in now and everyone that's bought a ticket. Like I said, thanks to Pat, thanks to my mum as well, who drives me literally everywhere from the beginning of my career. We spar in London, Manchester, Bolton, you name it, we've been. Thanks to Joe, my coach manager, who's been actually my coach since my first amateur bout. So, we've been together for I don't know how many years, a lot of times. So, and thanks to all my sponsors, about everyone, I wouldn't be here or being able to do what I've been doing.
Well, there you go. I'm sure you'll all be looking forward to tuning to see Kyle now, because I certainly will. Kyle, it's been great to meet you, mate.
Thank you.
Great to meet you,
Andrew.
And see you Saturday.
Thank you.
Take care, mate.
See you Saturday.
See you I'm MCing, so I'll MC you into it. I'll give you a big build-up. So there you go, guys. That concludes the press conference for the Black Flash 10-year anniversary show. You do not want to miss this. Tune in at 6. Do not be late. 12 fights on the card. They're all good fights. They're all well matched. There's no gimmies. There's no knockovers. 2 title fights, Central Area title fight, and a Commonwealth title fight between Jack Rafferty, the Demolition Man, and Lee Appleyard as your main event. Thank you for tuning in.